What shocking secrets did Gao Taiyu and Song Yiren reveal, and why are their claims shaking the entire mystery of Vu Mong Long's tragic death? The shocking revelation of Xiao Taivu and Tong Nhan shakes the mystery of Vu Mong Long's death. The case has taken an explosive new turn. Fans are in disbelief. The industry is trembling. Let's join Red Carpet Reveal to uncover and explore every chilling detail right now. What shocking secrets did Gao Taiyu and Song Yiren reveal? And why have their words turned the mystery of Vu Mong Long's death upside down? The nation is trembling with disbelief. Fans are torn between grief and outrage. Entertainment industry is on the verge of collapse. A tragedy that was once whispered about as an accident has erupted into an inferno of revelations, exposing the darkest corners of fame, betrayal, and hidden truths. The death of Vu Mong Long was already one of the most haunting scandals in recent memory. His fall from a towering high-rise shocked the world and left fans in mourning, their hearts shattered by the loss of a star who had just begun to reach his full brilliance. At first, this story seemed tragically simple: a fall, a hospital rush, a life cut short. But questions began to swirl almost immediately. Was it an accident? Was it despair? Or was something far more sinister at play? Weeks that followed, fans and media alike searched desperately for answers. Theories multiplied, investigators probed, and rumors spread like wildfire. The silence of the hospital staff, the vague statements from authorities, the odd behavior of industry insiders, each piece of the puzzle fueled suspicion. Yet nothing could have prepared the world for what would come next: the shocking testimonies of two people who knew you best, Gao Taiyu and Song Yiren. Gao Taiyu had long been seen as a close friend and colleague of Vu. They had shared stages, exchanged smiles in interviews, and spoken of future projects together. But beneath the polished image, whispers of rivalry lingered. When Gao finally broke his silence, his words ignited the scandal like gasoline on an open flame. He claimed that you had confided in him about dark secrets he had uncovered. Secrets involving powerful figures in the industry who would stop at nothing to silence him. Gao's voice trembled as he described Vu's fear in the days before his death. A fear so palpable it now seemed prophetic. He told me, Gao revealed, that someone was watching him, that he was in danger. The reaction was immediate and explosive. Headlines screamed of betrayal. Fans wept openly online, and the industry scrambled to contain the fallout. If Gao was telling the truth, Vu's death was no longer a personal tragedy but a premeditated silencing. If he was lying, it was a betrayal of monumental cruelty. Either way, the damage was done. The mystery of Vu's death had been shattered wide open. As the storm raged, another voice entered the chaos. Song Yiren, an actress who had worked closely with Vu, stepped forward with revelations that shook the foundation of the case even further. Unlike Gao, who spoke of vague dangers, Song's testimony was direct, naming names and pointing fingers. She claimed you had shared details of a specific confrontation, an argument that escalated beyond control. Her words painted a picture of betrayal, manipulation, and a cover-up orchestrated in the shadows. He was scared, she said in a trembling interview. But more than scared, he was angry. He told me he would not stay silent, no matter the cost. The dual revelations from Gao and Song sent the nation into chaos. Fans who had clung to the hope that Vu's death was an accident were forced to confront the possibility that it was murder. Online communities fractured into camps, those who believed Gao and Song were truth-tellers risking everything to honor Vu's memory, and those who saw them as opportunists exploiting tragedy. Tags surged to the top of trends: justice for Vu, expose the truth, Gao and Song speak. The debates were vicious, with friendships destroyed and fandoms torn apart. The industry reeled under the weight of scandal. Sponsors canceled contracts overnight, erasing faces from billboards and pulling ads from television. Productions halted, leaving entire crews jobless. Agencies rushed to issue statements distancing themselves from the controversy. But their words only fueled suspicion that they, too, had something to hide. For an industry built on polished illusions, the revelations ripped away the mask to reveal a world far darker than fans had ever imagined. Meanwhile, Vu's grieving family found themselves thrust back into the spotlight. His mother, her voice breaking with sorrow, told reporters, "We only want the truth. My son deserves that." His father, normally reserved, spoke with quiet fury. If these revelations are true, those responsible must answer. "We will not rest until justice is done." Their words struck a chord, transforming grief into a rallying cry. Fans lit candles outside Yu's former home, held vigils in cities across the country, demanded transparency from authorities. Investigators could not ignore the storm. They summoned Gao and Song for questioning, their testimonies dissected for inconsistencies and hidden motives. Leaked reports suggested that their claims aligned with certain evidence, messages recovered from Yu's phone, surveillance footage showing suspicious figures near his building, financial records hinting at corruption. But other leaks suggested contradictions, fueling speculation that one or both might be exaggerating or twisting the truth. The uncertainty only deepened the suspense. Journalists and bloggers swarmed every angle of the case. Old interviews of Yu were replayed, his cryptic comments about pressure and secrets now reinterpreted as cries for help. Behind-the-scenes footage was scrutinized for signs of tension between Yu, Gao, and Song. Gossip pages unearthed rumors of love triangles, professional envy, and hidden rivalries. Each new piece of information was devoured by a public desperate for answers, no matter how scandalous. The revelations also sparked a global reaction. International outlets picked up the story, framing it as a cautionary tale about the dangers of fame and the ruthless underbelly of the entertainment industry. Documentaries were greenlit. Podcasts dissected every detail, and Yu's name trended worldwide. What had once been a local tragedy was now a global scandal, a symbol of both the fragility of celebrity and the hunger for truth. Yet, even as the world demanded answers, the shadows grew darker. Witnesses retracted statements. Files disappeared. Staff members who had spoken anonymously vanished from public view. Whispers of intimidation circulated. Powerful forces working behind the scenes to suppress the truth. The more Gao and Song revealed, the more dangerous the story became. Closes with the world teetering on the edge of revelation and deception. Vu Mong Long's death is no longer a mystery quietly fading from memory, it is a storm raging louder than ever. Gao Taiyao and Song Yaoren have torn open the case with their shocking claims. But whether they have revealed the truth or unleashed a more dangerous lie remains uncertain. The nation waits. The industry trembles. And fans hold their breath for what comes next. Revelations of Gao Taiyao and Song Yaoren had already ripped open the case of Vu Mong Long's death. But what followed in the days and weeks after their statements pushed the scandal into even darker territory. Investigators, by an outraged public and relentless media, deeper into the testimonies. What they found not only intensified suspicion, but raised terrifying new questions about who truly held power in the shadows. Authorities began by cross-checking the details provided by Gao and Song. Gao's account of Yu's final days, the fear in his eyes, the cryptic warnings, confessions, was chilling enough on its own. Matched with Song's more detailed claims about specific arguments and betrayals, a disturbing pattern emerged. Records from Yu's phone confirmed late-night calls to both Gao and Song. Surveillance footage from the building showed unidentified figures entering hours before Yu's fatal fall. Financial records hinted at transfers made under suspicious circumstances, as though hush money had been passed from one hand to another. The fragments, though not conclusive, began to form the outline of a conspiracy too vast to ignore. The media latched onto every leak. Each day brought new headlines. Vu Mong Long warned friends before death. Secret meetings exposed. Industry elites under scrutiny. Talk shows debated endlessly. Were Gao and Song truth-tellers risking their careers, or opportunists exploiting tragedy? Editorials accused the entertainment industry of rotting from within, a system where power and profit mattered more than human lives. National outlets called it Asia's darkest celebrity scandal, turning Yu's name into a global symbol of betrayal. Meanwhile, Gao and Song faced immense backlash. Gao, once celebrated for his charm, lived under the weight of suspicion. Critics accused him of jealousy, claiming he fabricated his story to frame others and absolve himself. Supporters countered that he was brave, risking his life by speaking out against dangerous forces. Song, too, became a lightning rod. Some hailed her as a hero for daring to name names, while others condemned her as a liar seeking attention. Their careers collapsed regardless, contracts cancelled, roles were rescinded, reputations shredded. They were no longer just actors, they were key players in a real-life thriller that had captivated the world. Public reaction reached a fever pitch. Vigils for Yu transformed into protests demanding accountability. Fans marched in cities nationwide, carrying banners with his face and chanting for justice. Online, digital detectives piece together elaborate timelines, connecting Gao and Song's revelations with other known events. Wild theories spread that Yu had been silenced for uncovering corruption, that he had been betrayed by those closest to him, that his death was the result of a conspiracy so vast it reached into the highest levels of power. Each theory, no matter how speculative, fueled the fire of public outrage. Family, already devastated by grief, became the emotional core of the movement for truth. His father's quiet strength and his mother's heartbreaking pleas resonated deeply. At a memorial, his mother whispered, "To tell us something. Please don't let his voice fade." Those words galvanized fans, transforming sorrow into activism. The family's demand for transparency gave the scandal moral clarity. It was no longer just gossip or speculation, but a fight for justice. Inside the industry, panic spread like a contagion. Executives held emergency meetings, terrified that more stars would step forward with damning revelations. Agencies tightened their grip on artists, enforcing silence and canceling appearances. Advertisers, wary of consumer backlash, campaigns worth millions, dramas scheduled for release vanished from platforms overnight. An industry once thriving on glamour was suddenly drowning in scandal. Some insiders even fled abroad, fueling suspicion that they had something to hide. Leaked reports from investigators hinted at even more disturbing details. Allegedly, Yu had been preparing to go public with information that could have devastated reputations. His laptop, recovered after his death, contained files labeled with cryptic titles, truth, deal, names. Some files were corrupted, encrypted beyond recovery, but their existence alone suggested Yu had been keeping records of the threats he faced. If Gao and Song were telling the truth, then Yu's death was not only murder but also a cover-up designed to bury those files forever. The hospital, already under fire for its silence. New accusations. Former staff members admitted to being pressured into altering records, to erasing parts of Yu's medical files, to keeping quiet about his last words. Anonymous nurse confessed that she had heard Yu whisper, "Let them win," before he lost consciousness. His accounts painted a picture of intimidation, corruption, and fear that extended far beyond a single tragedy. The scandal spiraled. The legal system prepared for the inevitable. Prosecutors hinted at upcoming charges, though they remained vague about who would be targeted. Defense attorneys dismissed Gao and Song's revelations as hearsay, warning against turning grief into witch hunts. The prospect of a trial loomed, promising to drag the darkest secrets of the entertainment industry into the light. For fans, the legal battle was not just about guilt or innocence, it was about ensuring Yu's voice was not silenced again. Globally, Vu Mong Long's legacy grew. His dramas, once paused, were streamed in tribute, watched by millions mourning his loss. Murals of his face appeared on city walls. His name became a trending hashtag of resistance, and his story inspired documentaries, essays, and music. He had become more than a star, he was now a symbol of truth fighting to survive against lies. His death, though tragic, had sparked a reckoning that no one could stop. Yet the chilling uncertainty remains. Gao and Song brave truth-tellers or pawns in a larger game? Did their revelations bring the world closer to justice or plunge it deeper into chaos? Who exactly silenced Vu Mong Long? Why? These questions continue to haunt every fan, every journalist, every investigator. Revelations shook the case, but they did not solve it. The dust settles. One thing is clear, Vu Mong Long's death will never fade into silence. His voice, carried now by Gao, by Song, by his family, millions of fans, continues to echo through every headline and every protest chant. The mystery remains unsolved, but the fight for truth lives on. Red carpet revealed will be here through every twist and turn, chasing the next revelation, exposing the next secret, and ensuring that Vu Mong Long's story, his shocking, tragic, unforgettable story, will never be buried in the shadows.